So today we're looking at the Koogeek P1 smart plug. This is the first generation smart plug. They have since released a second one, which is supposed to deal with some of the drawbacks of the first generation. This is HomeKit supported, as you can see by the logo, but it also does support Amazon Alexa now as well. So this has everything you'd expect. You can control this from anywhere, assuming you've got a hub, voice control, you're able to track your electricity, all that good stuff. So as you can see, this guy has a fairly good box. It's packed in here pretty tightly. The HomeKit logo is right there on the outside of the box. This is a North American plug, and kind of the first thing about it, which I want to point out, is it's kind of big, it's kind of chunky. What I have seen on this is that you can't actually fit two of these in a standard North American wall socket. So you usually have two, one above the other in North America, and this just doesn't work. It just won't fit. There is a power button on and off on this, which is nice as well. The other thing that I've seen with this is that there are issues, at least in my installation, with this disconnecting from the network. So I'm often having to plug this, unplug it and plug it back in just to reconnect it. So now let's go take a look over at the iPad and add this into HomeKit. So when I first set this up, I decided to use the Koogeek application instead of going through the native HomeKit app. So the first thing we're going to have to do is add in all the permissions, notifications, all that good kind of stuff. There's some screens in here that tell you, a little tour of the app, home settings, offers Apple Watch support, as well as the HomeKit support. So the first thing that's a little bit different about some of the other accessories is you've actually got to create your own account. One thing I didn't like about this is they have some password restrictions on what you can and can't use in your passwords, except it's not written on the screen. So I had to go through this a couple of times to get my password to work. So password form error, right? It just wasn't the right password. So eventually I got that figured out, and we're here in the Home app now. So this is all good. So I'm going to hit on the plus button to add an accessory. This is one of the other things I found a little bit strange. Look at 5.1. Delete the current home in home setting and kill the app. Pardon me? You want me to delete the entire home? So, this, Koogeek, you could do better here. This isn't the right advice to give your customers, that if I can't add your accessory, you're going to tell me to delete my entire home. I may end up there eventually anyways, but that's probably the wrong first advice. I don't like that. So we're going to go here. We're going to do the regular Apple HomeKit setup. As you can see, we get the Apple HomeKit code. It pairs the Koogeek smart plug, the P1 smart plug. This might take a couple of seconds, and away we go. And there we are. New accessories ready to use. So of course we get into the HomeKit configuration here, where we can put it, we can name it whatever we want, we can put it in whatever room. A little strange, I got left on this screen, and I actually have to cancel out of here, but this is an earlier version of the app, so I'm sure that a lot of this has been fixed in later updates. So we can go down here and we can see what this looks like, the Koogeek Outlook in the Koogeek app. We can turn it on and off. Kind of fun. We can hold it down. Of course, we get the slide button, and we can go directly into details. And we see a firmware update is available. So they've actually gone through a few firmware updates already in the time that I've had this product in my installation. And it's gotten better. As you can see, the firmware update was sideways. I think they rushed this one to market a little bit, but it's gotten better over time. Again, still my biggest complaints is the fact that this occasionally just loses access to the wireless network completely. I just can't communicate with it anymore. So that's something really to be aware of here, and I think that's more than likely why they came out with the P2 version of this product. So again, in the Koogeek, I can always change it and put this, kids office. I can change what the accessory service type is associated with. Is it a fan? Is it a light? Is it just a plug? All those kinds of things. So that's kind of nice to be able to do that as well. So if we go over to the Apple Home app, you get a little less functionality here, right? We're going to be able to go over to the kids office, and we can see that it's in here now, and we can turn it on and we can turn it off, slide it up and down, all those good things, and we can modify whatever we need to in here, right? So Not sure that I would recommend this product, to be honest. I would definitely look at the P2 before I looked at anything else. For the price point, if it's sitting right beside your wireless router, might be a good fit for you, but definitely not my first choice. Hey guys, so this is a weird one for me. I don't normally do negative reviews. I don't like to say something negative without saying something positive, right? I like to look at the bright side of life, all that good stuff. There's not a lot bright about the P1. Yes, it's worked for me. Yes, it does do what it does, says it's supposed to on the box when it's actually connected to the network. Problem is, it's not actually connected that much. It's gotten better over time. They have done firmware improvements. So I love the fact that Koogeek is continuing to support the device, even though they've released a second generation plug. But I don't know that I would invest in a Koogeek P1 plug again. As a vendor, I've ordered a P2. I'm going to see what that's like. I probably will just honestly just replace it and put the P1 on a shelf somewhere. I just don't like the fact that I have to go and unplug it and plug it back in to reset it, sometimes up to once a week. Again, Koogeek, no problem with the other products so far. Um, but this one, I would stay away from if I was you. So again, just if you guys are having success with this product, please let me know. Maybe I just got a bad unit. Let me know in the comments below. As well, please go check out the Udemy course. There's a link, coupon code, all that in the link below. Anyways, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really appreciate your support. See you guys on the next one.